Speaking of return of the Mac, Bears Raiders this weekend. I bet he gets at least 2 sacks. Hope we don't get too much wind in the microphones.
Just what? Turn our back. Just turn our back.
Be like this.
Hi, Craig. How you doing, man? I got 21 people tuned in already.
All right. Oh, we got some more tape.
It's got to be a better way, man. We should have a big giant screen with both rosters on it.
All right. Next year.
Maybe. Justin.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2019 Shasta College Night.
Quarterback, halfback, 2 leading receivers.
I used to break the times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that and shine like this. To the matter of time I spent with some locked up in the back of the paddy wagon, cuffs locked on wrist. See my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game, and I said, yeah, I do. If you want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. Got shorty, she try and bless me like I said I do. Like a sneeze, please, for them trick squeeze, I'm getting green. Never let them
I think we're ready. Ready?
California Community College Athletics Associates core policies
All right.
for today's game. Please be respectful and courteous to each other.
Welcome to Memorial Stadium here at Shasta College for week number 5. Kyle DeFore with us here for today's game against the College of the Sequoias. Hi, welcome back, Kyle.
Glad to be with you, Gary.
We're going to have a good football game today. It's a little windy out here today, and the beautiful sunshine. It's a perfect day for football.
Great game lined up for you today. The 3-1 Giants take on your 4-0 Shasta Knights in a matchup of teams both ranked in the coaches poll. Shasta, number 15 in that poll, number 21, taking them on today here. College of the Sequoias. Winners last week in overtime. Come from behind victory against Santa Rosa. They were down 14 points coming into the fourth quarter. They ended up pulling that one out in overtime to go to 3-1. So Shasta looking to stay unbeaten here. And we've got a good one lined up for you here today.
Stand over by the front. Sponsored by the Vietnam veterans. Remember all veterans and those men and women deployed by sending care boxes to them. Buy a red shirt, send a box. Go check their standout over by the snack bar.
Did I hear you play Santa Rosa?
And now, would you please rise, gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
All right. It's football time. We're ready to go. Beautiful day in Redding, California here. 77 degrees. Perfect. The wind is blowing at about 11 miles an hour. And captains are out. There we go. There's your captains. They're getting ready for the coin toss.
Parker, Wickard, and Kelsall out there.
Kelsall's mom is here today from Washington. She brought us a bunch of candy, some peanut brittle.
My new favorite player, actually.
You're right.
Now, incidentally.
Right. So it's nice to see her. She made it. This is the first game she's made down here for the season. So we're happy to see her.
Well, with any luck, Detrius will have a game like he did last week where he had a sack and a half and an interception, first interception on the year for the big man in that 22-6 victory. Parker had 2.5 sacks in that one as well.
Okay, there we go. So looks like a coin toss. Shasta won the coin toss, and they will defer. I like that strategy.
Well, when you're only giving up 10 points a game coming in, it's not a bad idea to put your defense on the field first. Get that ball at halftime. Shasta, as we mentioned, the 22-6 victory last week, racked up 6 sacks in that victory. And a command performance by the defense.
I do not believe we're going to see Ivan Smith in the lineup today. We're going to give him another week just to recover from that vicious shot he took last week. I'm hoping to see Kendall Petit back in the lineup today. We'll find out for sure when we see their offense hit the field.
Certainly miss Ivan, those explosive 2 punt return touchdowns on the year thus far.
Coach Hamilton says the team's a little beat up this week, but we're going to give it all we got. The kicking teams out there taking the field. We'll play our little game on the receiving of punts and kickoffs. Knights are all fired up on the sideline.
Joshua Sanchez back to do the kick.
He's had a great season all year long. Good, back deep. And we don't know anything about either one of these guys, so we've got number, I believe it's 20,
Joshua Sanchez.
26.
For the Knights.
26, we've got our Monty Denweed. And number 20, you got Brandon Mora.
Okay, I'll take Mora
All right.
on the close side.
Back deep for the Giants. Number 26, Armani Denweed.
The Giants come in 3-1, but they've faced teams that have gone just 2-14 thus far.
Okay,
So
this
their
game is
first
now
real test.
officially underway. That'll be a kick, and that'll go to Mora. I'll take it here. He'll grab that right at the 2, and he bobbles it, and he takes it into the end zone, and he's going to bring it back out to the 5, barely. And he's got a whole host of Knights all over him right there. That was a tough return right there.
Devin Jones takes the ball.
I'm going to say that was 36 Devin Jones there on the return.
Gets out to
And
about
they'll be deep in their own territory are the Knights. Starting on defense here. That's been a common story thus far. They've been winning the field position battle through the first 4 games.
First and 10 on their own 9-yard line.
Starting quarterback for the Giants is Gus Villarreal, number 2.
I think they got number 3.
Pardon me, number
Yeah.
3. I'm looking at
Is
my
that still-
roster here. Yes, that is Gus. He is number 3, not
All
number
right.
2.
First snap from scrimmage. Gus takes it. He'll hand off over to the right tackle. Very short gain, maybe 3 on the play.
That's Devontae Green, their leading halfback, number
Devontae
5.
Green, the ball carrier for Sequoias.
He falls forward. They'll give him a gain of about 5 there, so second down now.
It's a pretty good spot.
On the play.
I'd like to welcome everybody from Visalia tuned in to the broadcast, watching your team that couldn't make the game today. Villarreal, your quarterback's got a halfback in there with him. 2 receivers on his left side, 1 all the way on the right. There comes the snap. He's going to drop back, make a quick pass over the right-hand side. That is complete. Enough for the first down at the 21.
That's Pena, Sergio Pena, sophomore wide receiver
Gus Villarreal.
for the first down.
To Sergio Pena. Good for
Pena had a touchdown in the 4th quarter last week in that comeback win over Santa Rosa for the Giants.
Jaden Harris on the tackle for the Knights.
We mentioned that defense for Shasta, averaging just 10 points a game against.
Yeah, they're setting the tone for the season right now. Villarreal now sends a guy out farther wide to the left, and they'll hand off over to the left tackle side. That goes absolutely nowhere, barely back to the line of scrimmage.
Green had nowhere to go that time as he swallowed up in the middle of the line by Kelsel.
Bud on the tackle for the Knights.
Bud in there as well.
Bud had a great game last week, and he's already setting his tone for this week.
A sack and a half for the big man in the middle of the line there. 6 total sacks for the Knights last week in the victory. 2.5 by Parker. He's 6th in the state with 6 sacks thus far. Pardon me, 5.5 sacks thus far through 4 games. And it'll be second and about 11 as they lost a yard on that one. They'll spread him out once again.
They'll send the guy way far in motion. He's got plenty of options. Villarreal throws it right over the middle, and that's almost intercepted in and out of the hands of Nick Smith.
Looked like a zone buster coverage there, and he threw it into traffic, overthrew his man.
He threw it right to Nick, and he just didn't catch it.
Would have been a very tight window even if the ball was on the mark, but
If he'd have made that catch, he had plenty of running room with nobody around.
lucky break there for College of the Siskiyous early here.
Siskiyous, Sequoias.
Pardon me, Sequoias. I'm already looking ahead on the schedule.
College of the Sequoias cheerleading crew tuned in on our YouTube channel. Thank you, ladies.
3rd and 11 now.
And he's got plenty of options right now. He's got to scramble a little bit. He's got a little bit of pressure. Tries to unload it, and he just throws it out of bounds because that was the smart thing to do.
Under duress there from Parker after the pocket was collapsed by Kelsel, and it'll be 4th down.
To the COS cheerleading crew who's on our chat line, we just wanted to comment. We were down there last year. You have the most awesome band I've ever seen from college football. You guys have soul. You made it fun. And I've gone back and watched that broadcast several times with your little mascot, the little lumberjack giant guy. Very cool. You guys do a great job. I was hoping you'd bring an abbreviated version of the band up here to Reading, but we'll have to see you next year. Punting formation. There's the snap. Pretty good pressure. went against him. Still a pretty good kick.
Lemon back to return here, and it's going to bounce. And bounce off a Shasta player, and this might be a live ball. I think they've got it. Yes, they do.
They do.
A turnover early here by Shasta as a short punt ends up deflecting off one of the up men. And Lemon had no play on it. That's going to be Giants ball at the 41-yard line.
He didn't even know it hit him. That was just one of the bounces of the football.
That southerly breeze here, you can call it a stiff breeze or a light wind. It's
caused a turnover.
It's fluctuated a little bit here. It's not as bad as when the game first started, but it affected that play certainly.
So it'll be 1st and 10 again for the Giants there at the 41.5-yard line of the Knights.
It's been their best offensive play all day. Three wide receivers and two backs now with Villarreal.
Calling the signals, and here comes the snap. He's going to drop straight back, and now he's going to scramble a little bit of pressure. There's a flag on the play, and he'll slide down at the 35, a gain of about 6.
Slides down by the 35. Flags on the play.
Bud got into the backfield there again, and this might be in the neighborhood of a hold.
Caleb Wilson, thank you for tuning into the game today. Nice to have you. You got a good-looking football team. That was a penalty against the Giants.
That'll move it back to the 49 of the Sequoias here.
Into their own territory.
It'll be 1st and 20 now.
Seems to be a little confusion on the field right now.
After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 20 for the Giants.
Long, 1st down, 20 to go. The quarterback for the Giants looking very consistent already this game. I can tell he's got a little bit of scrambling ability.
They're averaging just under 24 points a game on the season coming in. 4 wideouts here again with Green in the backfield.
He'll drop right back 2 or 3 steps, looks over to his left, overthrows his man, and complete.
Nice coverage there by Nick Smith. Byron Allen, one of the leading receivers for the Giants, unable to haul that one in. 2nd and 20 now. And we'll see what the play call is going to be here, because you don't want it to be 3rd and forever.
You got to get that ball in the air.
High percentage play, probably. A lot of times you'll see a screen or a draw play on a play like this, but you have to get to the 31 for a 1st down. 4 wideouts again.
Here comes the call. Villarreal takes the snap. They'll fake it. They'll go for a reverse on the right-hand side. That doesn't fool the Knights, and they drag him down for another 7-yard loss.
Mark Jean-Louis, the wide receiver, takes a loss on that one. As Calhoun Ray in on the play again. And that Knights defensive line standing firm once again here. It'll be 3rd and a long way from their own 42.
3rd and 27 for the Giants.
So they try a little misdirection, and it ends up -7 on that play. Now some substitutions being made as they're going to bunch some receivers at the far side of the field.
Yeah, 3 on the short side too, which is surprising. But they're going to put them all in a bunch. He's looking long downfield. He's got a guy, and he overthrows him. Just barely couldn't hang on to it. Incomplete.
Looking for Pena again there. Single coverage over there with Smith. So they stack everybody to the right to try and get the one-on-one, get the matchup they want, but just unable to bring that one in that time.
So it'll be the 2nd punting situation for the Giants. And we have nobody back to receive the punt. They're bringing them all.
Showing a punt block here.
The entire defensive is on the line. No pressure. No.
Very short kick here.
Not a bad kick, but it takes a decent Giants bounce, and they'll down it right at the 33-yard line. And we'll see what Shasta College has got on offense.
Down on the 34-yard line.
So with just over 11 minutes to go here in the first, we'll see the Knights offense here for the first time. 22-6 victors last week
Hokalani Wickard will bring his club out to the line. Vinny Smith in that backfield had a great game. He's starting to come into his own this season.
3 wide receivers and a tight end for Hoke.
See what he'll go for first. I'm suggesting, oh, there's a whistle on the play.
A little bit of an early start there for the Knights.
It'll be a false start against the Knights, that's right.
Wickard last week, 21 for 38 for 209 yards.
That's a pretty good game.
McCree, 50 yards and a touchdown on the ground. Vinny Smith, 56 yards. McCree had a nice game receiving, 7 catches for 78 yards, leading him in total offense with over 100. McCall checks out now. And they'll send in Virgil Ellis, number 27.
James Lee now all the way far left.
Hand off to Smith up the middle. Short gain, maybe a yard.
Vinny, the workhorse. Can always count on him for a few yards. And that's after he gets hit.
2nd down and 14 here. McCree checks back in at halfback.
Judah Russell on the tackle for the Giants.
They'll spread him out with 4 wide this time.
2nd and 14 for the Knights.
Short back pass, kind of a mix up there, and he throws it away on purpose. Had some pressure on him. I think they miscalculated something.
He's looking for somebody in the flat. Both receivers had a longer pattern there, and with the pressure, that play broken up quickly. It'll be 3rd down and 14 now. Sequoias, their lone loss on the season came to Chabot, who the Knights defeated in the opening game of the season.
McCree in the backfield now with 4 receivers on the line, 2 on each side. There's the snap. Okalani's going to roll out to his left-hand side. He's got pressure on him. Still rolling. Throws the ball. Throws it short. That'll be incomplete.
Looking for Lee, but a couple Giants over there ready to snuff it out. And it'll be 4th down. They'll punt it away from their own 30 now.
That's exactly how this game started last week. A couple of series of punts on both ends.
A defensive struggle, only an opening field goal last week in the opening frame.
Back to receive is going to be Bobby Peel.
Bobby Peel back deep for the Giants.
He waits at his own 35 for the punt here from Sanchez.
You want to take the run back?
Sure.
Okay, Bobby Peel. Number 2, Sanchez has a good leg, and he's got the wind behind him, too. A great kick.
And it's going to be way over
way
Peel's
over
head.
his head, and it'll bounce to the inside the 10. It'll bounce all the way into the end zone. What a kick.
70-plus yards from the point of the kick. Officially a 59-yarder.
Jeez.
What a difference the breeze makes.
You would think that he's got a bronze leg on that right-hand side. Okay, so while they play this music, we're going to drop our mics just for a few seconds. I love the music they play here.
Well, if we're going to have to turn it down, I guess Zeppelin's as good a reason to as any.
Yeah. Okay, Villarreal sends a guy in motion, and he'll hand off right up the middle.
It's Green.
For a short gain, about 4 yards.
Bud right in the middle there to bring him down. But he falls forward. A good gain on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and manageable. They'll give him 6 yards on the carry.
It's hard to see the scoreboard, but I got an eye on it. 9:57 left to play in the first. There's no score. College of the Sequoias out of Visalia. We had a great time down there last year. Love their football fields. Got that big water tank in the end zone. Villarreal now takes a low snap. He'll hand off up the middle. The ball is loose, and Shasta's going to fall on it. That's a fumble recovery.
Great play there on the defense to force the turnover deep in Giants territory.
And that was Tavian Wallace fell on the ball.
Wallace, one of 4 Knights with 6 tackles last week, and he comes up with a big play here. So a short field for the Knights as the offense looking to take advantage of the turnover.
Ball's going to be at the 29-yard line of the Giants. And
Marks, Lee, and Morris, the wide receivers in.
McCree in the backfield with
Fountain as the H-back.
Here comes the snap right there. They'll play action, roll out to the right-hand side, looking deep all the way down in the end zone. A little
One's
bit
up for
short. a little
grabs.
high.
Morris,
That's gonna be
touchdown!
good. Did he catch it? It is. Touchdown, Shasta College.
Wicker to Morris, 29 yards on one play, just like that.
Shasta, touchdown.
That ball looked like it might have been up for grabs, but the wind caught it, ended up in the back of the end zone. And a perfectly placed ball ends up a touchdown pass from Wickard.
Oh, early strike for the Knights here in the first period. Extra point set. There's the kick. It's up. It's perfect. It's good. And that'll be 7-0 for the Shasta College Knights over the Sequoias Giants.
So we've already seen here in the first quarter, just 5.5 minutes into the game, the wind caused a turnover on the punt return, and now affect a play where
The wind,
the
definitely a factor.
you could tell the defender on that play certainly thought he had a better play on the ball than he did, and it ended up being further into the back of the end zone. Morris with a great job keeping his feet down.
Hard to see that scoreboard, but I got our scoreboard on. So, Knights striking first. 9:30, looks like 9:34 left to play in the first.
And it all comes off that turnover, fumble recovery by Wallace. And the defense coming up big once again here in game number 5. A familiar script here for the Knights.
Joshua Sanchez kick to the Knights.
Sanchez going to kick it. It's going to be fielded right about the 5.
Here, go ahead.
That's number 19, Hilvers, and he's going to be brought down right around the 19.
Chad Hilbers on the return.
Nice coverage there by Shasta.
Excellent special teams from Knights.
20.
Second consecutive kick return. They have been unable to get out to the 20.
Michael Yurdine on the tackle.
And we'll see that defense here once again. 4 different Knights with 6 tackles last week, including Joe Merkel and Lyons at the linebacker spot, along with Kelsel and his interception from the defensive tackle spot.
Yeah, that was nice.
What an exciting play that was.
Okay, Knights up on the ball, or Giants up on the ball. Villarreal takes the snap, and he'll hand it off right up the middle, nowhere to go, so now flare to the outside. He's got some pursuit on him, and finally brought down here at the 30-yard line. Nice defensive by Joe Merkel. Tracked him down.
Green with a nice job there on the run that was designed to go inside, bounced it outside, and the Knights lost contain a little bit.
That was designed to go right up the middle, and there was nowhere to go, so he cut left, had 4 Knights chasing him, and Merkel tracked him down.
11 yards on the carry, 1st and 10 as we tick down towards 9 minutes to go here in the first.
Beautiful view of Lassen, Mount Lassen.
Perfect day for football today.
I think so. Okay, it'll be a first down for the Giants. They'll send a man in motion. They'll hand off right-hand side.
Green again.
Nowhere to go, and he turns it around, goes the other way. Almost tripped up there, missed, blocks, and misses another tackle.
Breaking
Several
tackles,
tackles are
miss.
missed, and he's on a run. He's up to midfield now. Wow.
Going to be brought down eventually by number 32. That's Adonis Thomas. It looked like he was going to be brought down for a loss a couple times, but able to sidestep was Devontae Green. Nice individual effort there.
That was a great effort.
And it'll be first down from the 49 now.
Devontae Green showing some skill on that one.
20 yards on the run.
So back-to-back runs of 11 and 20. And they're at the Knights 49 here in business.
Back to pass goes Villarreal. Looking deep, deep, deep as far as he can see, and he's got a guy, and that is complete down at the 10-yard line. They finally drag him down at the 5.
Great
what
catch
a great
on the
catch.
post route there by Bryson Allen, their leading receiver coming in.
That was terrific pass.
Joe Merkel on the coverage.
Had one-on-one coverage there and put it right over his shoulder. The best throw we've seen thus far from Villarreal. First big shot they've taken down the field other than that one-on-one on their last drive that ended incomplete. And 1st and goal now.
Giants looking good. That was a great pass right down the middle. Excellent coverage on that too, but he just put it right in the right spot.
They'll spread him out here again now. The backup halfback, number 32, Wharton, is in there for Green.
Real will take that and hand off to Wharton. He goes over to the right-hand side, nowhere to go. Got maybe back to the line of scrimmage if he got 1 yard.
Now mark him down at the 6. It'll be 2nd and goal from there. Now they'll bring in a couple bigger bodies down inside the 10-yard line. Knights looking to hold firm here and at least force a field goal attempt perhaps. One-on-one on the outside there with Allen. Let's watch that matchup.
Just under 7 minutes remaining in the first. Villarreal now move some guys around. They'll hand them off. Right-hand side. That's not going to go anywhere. The Knights are all over it.
Wharton swallowed up behind the line. They tried to get that off the right end, but nowhere to go.
Brought down for a loss.
All the way back to the 8. They'll call that a loss of, pardon me, down back to the 9 nearly. Loss of about 2 or 3 on that play.
Loss of 3 on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd and goal from the 8.
Once again, Wharton, the halfback, with 4 wide receivers.
Sharp butt on the tackle of that last play.
Man in motion. Villarreal takes a snap, and he's looking to throw. Looking in the end zone. He's got several
options. He's going to be sacked.
He's going to be dropped down for another loss.
Orin Calhoun Ray.
With the sack.
Out of Fort Worth, Texas, coming around the end and swallowing up Villarreal, and it'll be 4th down.
I would say that they'll probably go for 3 on this one.
From the 16, it'll be 4th and goal. So the Knights stand firm at the 5-yard line and say no further.
Be a 32-yarder. Lined up, ready to go right now.
7-yard attempt.
It's Dominic Hernandez on to kick here.
There it is. The placement is up. Kick is up in the air, and it is no good. It's wide to the left.
So he pulls it a little bit there, and the Knights will take over.
Shasta 7, Sequoias 0.
So Calhoun Ray with the big sack to drive him back far enough to increase the degree of difficulty on that kick. And still scoreless are the Giants. Just over 5 minutes to go here now in the first. And we'll see if that Wickard to Morris connection can get going here again after the touchdown pass last time. He's there in the slot on the left side now, and we're going to have a whistle here before we get started. We had a missed spot of the ball, evidently. They'll take over at the 20.
Over 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line.
McCray in the backfield. Sends James Lee in motion.
Got a penalty here.
Man.
And Morris had a lot of real estate in front of him.
He had the whole field in front of him.
Well-designed play there, but it's going to be blown dead.
Oh, man. False start cost him 6 points on that play.
And that'll elicit a groan in the film room tomorrow or Monday. They'll start over 1st and 15 now.
I'd run the same play.
3 wide receivers and a tight end to go with McCree in the backfield.
James Lee split wide to the right-hand side. They'll send him in motion again. And they will fake the handoff. They'll give the ball to, they won't fake it, they'll give it to him. And Lee will get up almost back to the original line of scrimmage before he's ran out of bounds.
James Lee.
So Lee gets around the left side for a few, and it'll be 2nd and about 11.
Rook Landers on the tackle.
Deshaun Hayes checking in now.
2nd and 11.
At wide receiver, he'll be lined up in the slot on the right side, along with Lee.
Lee in familiar territory, wide to the right. Here comes the call, and McCree's going to be in the backfield. And he'll drop back to pass. Quick one right over the middle. That is complete.
That's Morris for a short gain. He's going to be wrapped up immediately.
Wickard's pass complete to Brandon Morris.
The third about 6, depending on where they want to spot that one.
Gain of 6 on the play. Rooklanders again on the tackle. Completion brings up a 3rd and 5 for the Knights.
Ball is the 25 for Shasta here as they try to convert on 3rd down.
Right about 4 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first period.
Same formation as last play with 4 wide. And McCree in the backfield.
There's the snap, and back to pass goes Wickard. Looks over the right-hand side. He's got James Lee wide open. And that's enough for a first down, plus more is up to the 40-yard line.
Lee with a nice slant route, beating number 9, Israel Garcia, on the play in single coverage. A nice pitch and catch there from Wickard, making it look easy there, and it'll be first down Knights.
James Lee's a tough man to cover.
Not before a 16-yard completion.
He's quick. He's fast.
You're certainly worried about him running by you, so a lot of times he can get separation on those shorter routes. Vinny Smith now in for McCree.
Right side of the line, all wide up, and Vinny will get that call up the middle. He gets hit right away, and he's going to go down.
That's a nice play in the middle of the line. That's number 58 for the defense, Noah Wright. 6'5", 330. That's a big boy in the middle of the line there for the Sequoias.
6'5", 330. Man, he is a giant.
And he checks out now on the D-line. It'll be second and about 12. Call it a 2-yard loss on the run there.
Big boy.
No shortage of size on both lines for both teams here today.
Same lineup this round. Couple of receivers on the left-hand side. Vinny Smith in the backfield.
2 tight ends in.
There's the snap. He'll drop back to pass, look right over the middle.
There's Lee
Left
again.
side, James Lee is complete at the 45, and they'll bring him back, but they'll probably mark that right about the 45-yard line.
He'll be gang tackled over there by a bunch of Giants. Landers, number 16, was the first to hit him.
That'll make up about 3rd and 5 for the Knights.
So a high percentage play there on the short pass with the max protection in. And a makeable 3rd down here on 3rd and 5 now.
Shasta with a 3rd and 5.
Hayes and Marks now check in as 2 extra wide receivers with Morris and Lee.
Carson Marks lines himself up all the way on the right-hand side. And McCree in the backfield right now. 3rd and 5 for the Knights. James Lee in motion. He'll pass right over the middle, and the pass wasn't there, but the receiver was wide open.
Intended for Brandon Morris.
Morris. It was just thrown a little bit too low.
He had a step there on the inside, and it'll be 4th down from their own 46, and the Knights will punt it away here. They'll bring on Sanchez to do the punting. Back to return again will be Peel. A booming punt ended in a touchback. Sanchez's first time with the wind behind him again here. Just 2 minutes left in the first.
Right.
We'll see if he tries to angle it a bit perhaps and pin him deep.
He'll be kicking the ball right from his own 35.
Similar distance from where he kicked it last time.
Right.
So
But he's got the wind in his favor right now.
from the left hash mark here.
Here comes the long snap. There it is. Nice kick. I think he kind of laid off of it a little bit.
And he
Fair
might get a
catch
good
called by
bounce here.
Peel.
No, it's going to make it to the
It's going
end
to bounce
zone.
into the end zone again.
Very close there on the coverage there were the Knights, but that one will end up in a touchback. Officially a punt of 59 yards that time. Pardon me, 55 yards that time. So net 35 with the return to the 20.
Okay, 1st and 10 for the Giants.
The ball's moved to the Sequoias.
An illegal shift will result in a 5-yard.
They've got the
penalty
ball right
against
about the
Shasta.
25-yard line, man in motion right there. And Appeal pitches it out to the right-hand side. Nice little option, good run. Close to another first down for the Giants. That was a good play.
Villarreal with a nice pitch there. Looked like number 82 that time, Manos.
Get a 10 on the plan of Sequoias.
And they did pick up first down that time. So from their own 35 now, 1st and 10. Knights leading 7-0 here as we wind down the first quarter.
About a minute and 15 left.
4 wide receivers here for Villarreal.
There's the snap. They'll hand it off. Left tackle.
That's Green.
Green's going nowhere. Gained maybe a yard.
Kelsel right there, as well as Parker. Nice job there to stop that one before it got anywhere. They'll give him a yard on the play.
2nd and 9 for Sequoias.
So on 2nd and 9, this might be the last play of the first quarter. 3 to the right and 1 to the left.
They're mixing up their formations pretty well. Villarreal takes a snap, drops back 2 or 3 steps, nowhere to go, and he's got trouble, and he's going down at the 25.
That's Calhoun Ray again, 2nd sack here in the first quarter.
Boom.
Coming over that right side, he has gotten loose a couple times now. And right on top of Villarreal before he could do anything with it, and that will be the final play of the first quarter. 7-0 Knights here. Moving to the second quarter, another strong defensive performance as we get started on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Thanks for spending part of your weekend with us.
7, Sequoias 0.
I will always bring your microphone up first.
Third and 18 here for the Giants as we start the second quarter. 7-0 Shasta. 4 wide receivers for Villarreal and a man in motion.
Drops back to pass, throws it onto the left-hand side, a little bit low, but it was a good catch back to the original line of scrimmage, +1. Coach Campos on the line with us. Thank you, Steve, for tuning us in. We'll give you a good game today.
Saldivar on the catch, a 10-yard gain, but on 3rd and 18, that'll just lead to 4th and 9.
About a 4th and 9.
From their own 36-yard line, so the Knights will line up to receive the punt. That's Lemon back to return.
The Giants.
Ty Lemon out of Houston, Texas. Back at about his own 24, awaiting the kick here.
High snap. Got a hold of it. Short kick. Not too good at all.
Shanked that one off the side of his foot, and it's going to take a giant bounce and roll out of bounds about the 32.
So the Knights will take over one more time.
Punt rolls out of bounds.
Today's game is brought to you by the Scepter 7 Hyper Water
31 yards.
System.
That's where the Knights will take over.
No more chemicals in your swimming pool. Check out www.scepter7.com.
You've got that in your pool, don't you, Gary?
I do. It works. No chemicals in my pool. None.
None in mine either, but that's because my pool's Shasta Lake.
That's it. You got all kinds of things creepy crawling in that lake.
Oh, it's so full right now, though. Such a great sight to see. Wickard in the shotgun with just 2 wideouts and a big line and an up back. That's Fountain.
Handoff right up the middle.
Smith breaks a couple tackles, still falling forward. Nice run there.
Ball carrier.
Tough yardage. Give him about 5 on first down.
Good run, Vinny.
Marcos Moran on the tackle.
2nd and 5 now from their own 36. And they'll bring in the big package again, or the speed package again here with Hayes and Morris as McCall checks out. We've seen him throw out of some running formations early in the game here and mix it up nicely. Looking to add to this lead. Smith in the backfield.
Wickard calling out some audibles right there. Here comes the snap right there. Wickard will take it. Looks to throw over the middle. That's complete at the 43-yard line. Nice catch, nice grab.
That's Hayes on the left side on the out pattern.
Dyshawn Hayes.
First down on a nice pitch and catch.
Good for a Shasta. First down.
Looked like they were in man that time, and he had a nice route combo to clear out the flat there for
7 yards
Hayes.
on the completion.
1st and 10 from the 43 of the Knights. McCall in at tight end, and 3 wideouts to the right now with Smith in the backfield.
A lot of options.
Morris in motion now.
Almost drew him offsides. Vinny gets the ball. Left side. Nice tough run. He'll get across the 46 and a big gang tackle, and he's still not coming down.
Ball carrier.
Man, that kid's tough.
About a 3-yard gain there, maybe 4, depending on where they want to spot it.
Israel Garcia and a few of his friends stand Smith up. But now before a gain of 3, it'll bring up a 2nd and 7 for the Knights.
Some big guys on the line there for College of the Sequoias. But maybe finding some lanes here as the game goes on. Make those guys run sideline to sideline. 4 wideouts and McCree in the backfield now. They're going to
Back to the air. They're going to look over to the right-hand side. That is all in and out of the hands of McCree.
Incomplete.
Had some running room, too, if you'd have caught that.
10 for Matt McCree.
Out in the flat there, falls incomplete. 3rd down now, and about 7. Marks checks back into the game here. Will likely get a passing formation. Morris as well. With Hayes in the slot on the left side.
James Lee far out to the right-hand side.
Big cushion out there for Lee.
Yeah, that is. I wouldn't give him that much room at all.
Hayes in motion. He's going to come to the right now.
There's a snap. 2-step drop. Looks deep. Now he's got to roll over to the right-hand side. Has a guy. And that's
Lee.
James Lee, enough for the first down right there at the 47-yard line.
Nice job by the receiver to work his way back to the quarterback as he scrambled to the right, and Wickard bought enough time to give him an opening. And a first down on 3rd down. Knights have looked good on 3rd down here thus far through the first quarter and change. After picking up the first down, Hayes will check out Fountain back in
Last play, 8
at
yards
fullback.
completion.
And now they'll put Lee in the slot on the left side with Marks out wide.
McCree in the backfield.
He'll get it on the left side and nowhere to go. He's
They're-
going to
they're
dodge
on
a
him.
tackle.
He did dodge one and broke a few tackles, gets to the 41-yard line.
What very easily could have been a
A loss. He
Loss
turned it
there.
into a pretty decent gain, actually.
call it about a 6-yard gain there as he cut it upfield nicely. Be about 2nd and 5, actually. Nice moves there by McCree.
Before a gain of 5, it'll bring up a 2nd and 5 for the Knights.
Out of Milton, Georgia.
Ball at the 41. About 10:55 left to play in the first half. Knights lead 7-0. They're mixing up their offense quite well here today.
Morris now in the slot on a 3-wide formation.
There's the snap, and McCree will get the ball right up the middle. Nice hole, too. That's going to be another first down, or he should get
Pretty
that spot
close,
right
yeah.
there.
Nice
That was
job
right
there
up
by
the middle.
Nice job there by the O-line. Moving some bodies to open some real estate. And 2 runs by McCree back-to-back result in a first down. And they're all the way down. Or near a first down. Let's see where the spot is. Yes, it is.
First down.
Down to the College of Sequoias 37-yard line. It's been a defensive battle thus far as they've been fighting for field position here, and Shasta looking to extend this 7-0 lead. So we're just under 10 minutes to go in the half. Tight end on the right side of the line now, and Lee in motion.
They'll give that ball to McCree. Short gain.
3 over the right side. He's following that unbalanced line to the right. McCall was in to block there. As the breeze picks up a little bit here.
Yep.
Nice southerly breeze here. Lee in the slot once again now. As McCree has been the workhorse on this drive.
Fountain also in the backfield right now. Halfback position. They'll give that ball to McCree, and they're onto him right away, and they bring him down immediately.
Nice.
They'll lose a yard or 2 on that. And a flag comes out late.
Might be an excessive celebration there. Not sure what that call was. Number 12, Isaiah Carr, a linebacker in on the play.
Yep, that was it.
So
That was excessive celebration. He may have said something. I don't know.
So Carr, what was a nice play there for a loss, is going to end up being 15 yards and an automatic first down for the Knights. So break there for Shasta.
No, that's no good.
Penalty moves the ball down to the 24, where the Knights will have a first down.
So getting close to the red zone here are the Knights. Four wide for Wickard.
He's looking to throw the ball. He looks over to James Lee, and it's almost intercepted.
Jeremiah Russell, the linebacker, undercut that route as he was
Broken up by Jeremiah Russell.
in the zone looking for just that kind of play, and he's unable to bring it in. A break there for Shasta as it'll be 2nd and 10 now. They dropped a lot of guys back on that play, and I think the only guy who even had any kind of opening was the back in the flat, but it will fall incomplete. Same formation here with McCree in the backfield.
Wickard look to throw again. Throws it right over the middle, and that's complete to McCree, and
He's
got a
got
little
some
bit of room. He's down inside the 10.
Beautifully designed play there. Picks up about 17 on a little screen play with a couple blockers in front. He had a caravan in front of him there.
Yes, he did.
Right up the middle of the field. Nice job there. McCree, who had 7 catches for 78 yards last week, showing he's a threat in the run and the pass game. As Vinny Smith will check back in now at halfback. 1st and goal from about the 7 now. McCall in on the line at tight end, as is number 80. That's Josiah Gable, the 2nd tight end there.
Carson Marks wide to the left. Here comes the snap. They'll give that to Vinny over the right-hand side, and they're going to be onto him real fast. He may have got a yard, if that.
Looked like he might have slipped the first 2 tackles, but the third man gets him down for about a yard gain.
Loss of 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 8.
I'm actually going to say they lost a yard, so he must have had his knee down when the first couple guys had him wrapped up before that second effort. Tight ends come out now, and Fountain checks in. And they'll go 3 wide with Morris in the slot to the right.
And James Lee all the way on the right-hand side. Carson Marks on the left-hand line.
Smith
They're
remains
playing
in
him.
at halfback.
They're playing Carson Marks tight, and they should do that. Now they back off of him a little bit. Now he gets back up on him. And they're looking over the middle into the corner of the end zone. That is complete. That's going to be a touchdown.
Second consecutive time that he's looked for Morris, and second touchdown pass of the day from Wicker to Morris. A great corner route there as he had more than a step on his man. And all he had to do was concentrate on catching it and keeping his feet down. Beautiful play design and execution there. 13-0 Shasta.
Extra point coming up. 6:55 left to play in the first half. There's the snap. Placement is good. Kick is up. It's got the distance. Right through, and it's perfect. It'll be 14-0 Shasta.
So Ramirez puts on the extra point, and it's 14-0. And the way the defense is playing today, that feels like a lot more than 14.
It'll be Jones.
Joshua Sanchez set to kick off for the Knights.
And Hilver's back to return. That'll be Jones on the return from about his own 14.
Oh, big hole.
And he's going to be brought down by 2 Knights right about his own 36.
Had a big wide lane open right there.
So the best field position of the night to start for the Giants, other than the muffed punt in the first quarter.
Ezekiel Samuelu, Joseph Montoya on the tackle for the Knights.
And the Knights defense comes out once again here with just under 7 minutes to go in the half. Pitching a shutout here against the 3-1 College of the Sequoias Giants. Both of these teams ranked in the top 25 in the state.
Shasta at 15, I believe.
And first and 10 here for Villarreal.
Yeah, he'll take that snap. He'll hand off. That play's going nowhere, so he's got to make a change and move it to the left-hand side and turn it into something nice.
Number 32, Adonis Thomas in on the tackle. Wharton, the ball carrier there again. So not sure why we haven't seen much of Devontae Green since early in the first quarter. He had a couple nice runs, but we've seen mostly number 32, Miguel Wharton at halfback here. So not sure if there's an injury concern there or what, but Green, who had showed strong running ability here early on, has not been on the last couple drives.
2nd and 5 for the Giants. Villarreal's got his team up there. He's looking to pass right over the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 35. That's complete, and he comes down at the 31.
That's Jalen Oliver, number 18.
Good catch.
On a skinny post there. Got inside his man, and a nice job there by Villarreal to put it right on the numbers.
Into Shasta territory.
Best pass play of the night, and they're going to go in the hurry up here. Ball on the Shasta 30.
Ooh, bobbled snap a little bit. Pass to the left. That's complete.
That's Allen again, number 17.
He'll get close to another first down for the Giants.
So the passing game working here for the Giants. Called 2nd and 1. They'll go in the no huddle again here.
Giants trying to put some points on the board. They're right at the 20-yard line.
4 wide receivers again here.
Villarreal will take the snap, hand off right up the middle.
He juggled the ball on the handoff, but it looks like he held on to it. But he's wrapped up right at the line. Very close to a first down, though.
Richard Budd in on the tackle.
No signal yet. It looks like it's going to be, yes,
Yep.
1st and 10.
Gain of 1, good enough for a Sequoias first down.
Ball right at the 20 now. As they huddle up now and take their time. Wharton remains at halfback with 4 wideouts.
Villarreal sends the man in motion. Fake the handoff, pitch
Option.
it out to the right-hand side.
Oh, they've got it covered and snuffed out, and they're going to take a loss.
Yeah, the flag comes out. It may have been a face mask there.
About a 2-yard loss there on the play. Number 15 on the run. That's Marc Jean-Louis, freshman wide receiver. So
Thomas with the tackle.
on 1st and 10, a 2-yard loss pending the penalty here.
Lost about 2 on the play. Flag also on the play.
We'll get the call right here. It's going to be holding on the Giants.
So erase the play. It'll be 1st and 20 now.
Brian Allen. Back to Giants up 10 yards. Would be 1st and 20.
In their only other red zone trip, they missed a field goal back in the first quarter. 5 wide receivers now in an empty backfield for Villarreal.
Yeah. Looks quick. Throws it deep down into the end zone, and it's overthrown and incomplete.
Looking for Bryson Allen again, his number 1 wideout, but he overthrew everybody that time. In on the coverage was number 24, that's Jaden Harris.
Jaden Harris, Joe Merkel on the coverage.
So 2nd and 20 now. As we've seen the Giants be in long yardage here a number of times due to penalties here in the first half.
About 4.5 minutes left in the first half here. Shasta leads 14-0. Giants on offense right now. Ball at the 30-yard line of the Knights. Villarreal brings the guy in motion. Now he'll stop him. He'll drop back to pass immediately. Looks over the middle, and
pressure.
he's got trouble, and he's going.
It's Calhoun
He's
Ray
going
again.
down.
Third
Holy cow, what a
sack of the
game.
day.
Villarreal sack. Torrance Calhoun Ray with his 3rd sack of the half.
A
Wow.
one-man wrecking crew here so far is Ray. You know, we came in talking about Cole Parker had 2.5 sacks last week. 6th in the state with 5.5 coming in. Calhoun Ray's got 3 in the first
They're
half.
just sharing the wealth around here, aren't they?
Sack was a loss of 10
Absolute
yards. It'll
strength
bring
of
up
this
a
team is
3rd
that
and
D-line
30.
all across the line. And they go about 7 or 8 guys, subbing them in and out too. Bud and Kelsel both have been in on a number of plays early in the game here as well. As it'll be 3rd and a mile now, officially 3rd and 30 following the sack.
Wow.
He tried to get away there and was going the wrong direction on 2nd down.
You definitely think they'd be looking to throw the ball here. There's a flag out.
3rd and 30, I think they might have a delay game on this one. Did not get the play off.
They may have done that on purpose just so they could have more room to punt. That's a strategy that I would exercise.
So what was originally 1st and 10 from the
Delay
Shasta
bring-
20 is
delay
now
backs it up 5 yards.
3rd
It's
and
a 3rd and
35 from the 45-yard line. Well out of field goal range now. We'll see if they just try to get back within shouting distance.
Got our friends tuned in Honolulu, Hawaii. Thank you very much.
Aloha to our friends over there.
To the air. He's looking. He's got pressure on him. He unloads it.
That's a duck.
That's a wobbly pass. That's going to
Intercepted.
be intercepted right at the 17-yard line.
That's Thomas again, number 32.
Villarreal's ball intended for Brian Allen. Intercepted by Adonis Thomas.
Nice job.
He was trying to throw that ball on the run. Looked like it slipped out of his hands, and that one had no chance. to find a giant, and instead it finds the waiting arms of Adonis Thomas. He's been in on a number of tackles already earlier today. He's having a nice game as well. Thomas out of Silsbee, Texas.
After the interception, the Knights take over first and 10.
So for all intents and purposes, a short punt there on 3rd and forever. And the Knights have the ball on their own 23.
Vinny Smith in the backfield. 2 receivers on each side for Hokulani Wickard. And he'll hand that ball up to Vinny Smith right up the middle. Tough yardage. He'll gain about 3 or 4.
Brought down there by number 13. That's Magini.
Vinny Smith, the ball carrier. Rick Landers in on the tackle.
2nd and about 7 here from the 32 now.
Corleone Peters also in on the tackle.
Pardon me, from the 27-yard line. 4 wide again here.
Wickard will throw a quick pass over to the right side, and he's hit immediately. James Lee.
They're going
on
to
the
take a short
reception.
loss on that play.
James Lee.
Nice tight defense there by number 23 for the defense. That's Japri Hughes.
Jupri Hughes on the tackle for the Giants.
McCree now checks in on 3rd and 9 in a likely passing situation, as do Hayes and Marks. Morris in the slot on the left side. He's got
Lost the 3 on that completion.
both
Brings up the 3rd
touchdowns
and
so
9 for the
far.
Knights.
As they go 4 wide again.
They'll send Lee in motion. They'll pass a swing pass out to Lee. He gets it at the 20. He's got room to move. He'll run out of bounds at about the 27-yard line.
Wickard pass
So
complete.
they'll be short of the 1st down, and on 4th down they'll have to kick it away. And that'll bring out Sanchez again here.
With the wind in his face this time.
Just under 2 minutes to go. Call it about a minute 41 in the half here.
To bring up a 4th and 6 for the Knights.
So after the interception, the Knights unable to pick up a 1st down, and they'll kick it away.
For Shasta.
Leading by 2 scores.
For the Giants.
They'll try to preserve that lead into halftime, or perhaps force another turnover and get the ball back.
Bobby Peel back to receive the punt.
Line
So he'll
drive
kick.
kick.
He'll get a chance to play it. He'll get it at the 40. And he breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2 tackles. Now he's not going to break any more than that, and he goes down.
Nice tackle there by number 15, Don Trees Brown, with the 2nd of effort. Out of
Shane Mitchell also involved in the bring down.
Brown out of Louisville, Kentucky.
Flag on the play.
So decent field position here for the Sequoias from their own 40, but they'll have just a minute and a half.
Illegal shift on the kicking team. They'll give him 5 yards. Giants will get an extra 5 out of that.
2nd time we've seen that call here in the 1st half against the Knights on a
I don't
punt.
think you'll see that again. That was like that man in motion, I believe.
So something they'll have to get tweaked at halftime there to avoid giving away the free real estate. They'll start at the 45 now with 90 seconds to play here in the half, as they'll try to manufacture some kind of offense against what has been a resolute Shasta defense here in the 1st half.
Sequoias will start 1st and 10 on their own 45-yard line.
Number 48, Shane Mitchell, checks in on the defensive line, former Foothill Cougar.
Back to pass. Right over the middle. Little
Screen
swing
pass.
pass, left-hand side. Not bad. He just loses his footing and goes down. They have lost a yard on the play.
There's Devontae Green, who we noticed hadn't been in there for a couple drives, and he loses his footing there, loses a yard and a half or so.
First time out of the half.
And they'll stop the clock with 1:22 to go here in the 2nd quarter.
Screen pass to Devontae Green. Lost a 1 on the play. Tackle.
Today's game brought to you by Jerry Butler Snap-on Tools. Jerry, a proud supporter of the Shasta College Knights and all high school football as well. Jerry Butler, one of the good guys.
Just about ready to get started here. A minute, 22 seconds now. 2nd and 11.
Villarreal back to pass. Got plenty of options. Now he's got nobody to throw to. He's going to scramble around. There's a flag on the play. He'll run over to the right-hand side. He'll run out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
Looks like a hold there.
45-yard line, flag on the play.
Kelsel had penetration into the backfield, but was unable to keep his footing. We'll see what the call is here, and they are going to accept.
It's going to be a holding call against the Giants.
So that'll move it back about the 35-yard line now.
I'd like to welcome Sharon Williams for tuning into the game today. Sharon, thank you.
Holding call backs the Giants up to be 2nd and 21 from the 34-yard line.
So long yardage here again. It's been a common theme here
1:14 left to go here.
for colleges and Sequoias. 2nd and 21 from their own 34.
Just haven't been able to get anything going consistently. They'll hand off right-hand side. Over tackle, hit immediately.
Kelsel and Parker in the vicinity for the play.
The ball carrier met by Cole Parker and Dietrich Kelsall.
That was Wharton again at halfback for the Giants.
Picked up maybe a yard.
Dietrich Kelsall and Cole Parker, you have a better chance of walking into a Mack truck.
Neither one of those guys can really be single blocked. And the problem is a lot of times they line up next to each other. Third and 20 here from their own 35-yard line with 1:04 left after the timeout here. 3 wide to the right and 1 left. See if they try to go that way for the single coverage.
Here comes the pass. They're looking downfield. Perfect pass downfield. Overthrows his guy, incomplete.
So he had the coverage he wanted with Sergio Pena out there
Sergio Pena.
on Nick Smith, but unable to convert so far, as Smith has been good in coverage so far today. As that defense holds firm again, it'll be 4th and 20 with just 1:01 left. And the Knights will get a chance to return here. Lemon back to return with Fountain in front of him. And the wind behind the Giants here, so
Omar Mesa in the punt.
may have a chance for a return here.
Okay, Lemon stands at his own 19-yard line. I'll take that if you don't mind, if he gets a chance to run it. Almost blocked, terrible kick. Takes a goofy bounce, and Lemon tries to grab it and hit immediately. He wanted to make something happen there.
Hit hard there by Brandon Mora, number 20, after taking it on a hop, but he holds on. And the Knights will take over there with about 55 seconds left now. We'll see how aggressive they want to be at the end of the first half here. They'll spread them out with 4 wide. Marks, Hayes, Lee, and Morris. McCree in the backfield.
30-yard line.
Less than a minute left to play, first half. Wickard leading his ball club right now. He'll drop back to pass. Looks over to the right-hand side. James Lee's open at the 30. That's complete. That's enough for a first down across the 40 and up to the 41-yard line.
Uses the block to pick up a first down, and they'll move the sticks. And it looks like they're going to go to the hurry up here as the clock ticking down at 45 and moving.
Exactly right.
11 yards on the reception.
Wickard takes that snap, looks to pass again, and misread his guy. Intended for Carson Marks, but he was nowhere in the area.
Miscommunication there as Marks was looking deep and Wickard was looking to the flat. It'll fall incomplete and stop the play at 36 seconds. 2nd and 10 now from their own 41. Lee wide to the left with Morris in the slot. Marks wide to the right with Hayes in the right slot.
Wickard now looking to throw the ball again. Pump fakes it, throws it deep. James Lee's wide open, and that's complete at the 25.
Beautiful route and throw. James Lee on the stop and go route. Got a step behind number 9, Israel Garcia, and a perfect throw.
That's exactly what
by
it was.
Wickard.
The stop and go.
20.
Clock stops with 28.6. Now it's rolling with the first down placement. Still 2 timeouts for the Knights, and they are going to take one here.
Passed him. Good for
We're going to have a stoppage of the clock. Not sure if that was a timeout or an official timeout. But a field flipping play there as Lee got behind the defense all the way down to the College of the Sequoias 20.
Add 28 seconds to the clock. Put 28 seconds to the clock.
And about 28 seconds left on the game clock.
It had run down to 21 and change, so the officials adjusting that. Little extra time for the Knights to tack on to this 14-0 lead here. Four wide again with McCree as the running back.
Seems to be a lot of confusion out there on both sides of the ball.
Play clock still at 17, so now the official saying something as Wickard's up at the line.
For 8 seconds on the clock.
As we are adjusting the clock here, which is the cause of
Now
the
we're ready to go.
delay.
Got it all dialed in right there. Wickard looks over his options right there. He's got 2 receivers on each side. McCree in the backfield right now. Here comes the snap. He's going to drop back to pass. He sees McCree over on the right. That's complete at the 20. He's down to the 15, 10, inside, down to the 7. Another big gain.
McCree making the
Inside
yardage
10-yard
into
line.
the
Good for a Shasta.
inside the
First
10,
down.
pardon me. And the Knights will have first and goal. 19 seconds to go and a timeout. So Shasta threatening here as time ticks down in the first half. I want to thank one of our sponsors, the Army National Guard. Proud sponsors of your Shasta Knights here on Shasta Sports Network.
After the timeout,
Ready to go here with
the
19
first
seconds and
to the
first and
8-yard
goal
line.
for the Knights.
McCree in the backfield. Like to see Vinny Smith get his hands on that ball close to the goal line so he can get his first touchdown of the season. Wickard now calling out the signals. He'll drop back to pass easy. He's got somebody in the end zone, overthrows his man. There's a flag on the play.
Looking for Morris again there. Looked like he was tied up around the goal line.
Flags on the play.
Multiple flags coming from the backfield and the defensive backfield. A lot of traffic in the middle of the field there on that passing play. 14 and a half seconds now left in the half.
Officials sorting out the call right now. Microphone's malfunctioning. It's going to be a hold against the defense.
So holding, and that's going to be declined. And another holding on the defense. That one will be accepted, and will be an automatic first down at about the 5-yard line.
2 defensive holding plays, penalties.
So looking for Morris again, already with 2 touchdowns on the night, or the afternoon, I should say. He was coming over the middle looking for a third, but
First and goal.
the Giants wrapped him up before he could.
Be first and goal now for the Knights at the 4-yard line.
Left to go.
14 and a half seconds left to play in the first half. Knights lead 14-0.
3 to the left for Wickard. McCree in the backfield. Marks alone on the right side in single coverage.
Here comes the snap. They're looking to throw that ball. Wickard into the end zone,
for
deep
Morris.
in the end zone, and he caught it. And they say, no, he's out of bounds.
A nice looking throw there. Morris tried to keep the feet down, but he's going to be ruled out of bounds on the sideline. Down to 8 seconds now, but just second and goal. So a couple, at least one more try here, or 2, pending an incompletion.
A second and goal from the 4 for the Knights.
I say give Vinny a shot. Give Vinny a shot.
Still with 1 timeout left, so you could theoretically run the ball here and still stop the clock one more time.
McCree in the backfield.
Stack wide receivers on either side. Morrison Lee to the right, Hayes and Marks to the left.
And
He's
they're
gonna
going to
look
go
the
out and they're
left.
going to throw. And Carson Marks is just like steamrolled. Pass deep in the end zone, incomplete.
Marks trying to come back to the play on that one as the ball was thrown a bit short, and it's going to fall incomplete.
They're going to try to put 3 points on the board, I think.
So with 4 seconds left here, that'll bring on Ramirez. Sanchez on to hold. And from the right hash mark, they'll have a chance to make this a 17-point game. It's been all night so far here in the first half.
Be a 20-yard attempt.
Very light breeze, shouldn't affect this kick too much.
Here comes your snap. The placement's down. Kick is up. And it is right through. Kick is good.
The kick is
And that runs out the
good.
first half.
And at the end of the half, your score, Shasta 17, Sequoias 0.
All right. Pretty uneventful first half, really. Nothing outrageously spectacular. We'll keep the feed going, but we'll take a little bit of break, and we'll come back here for the second half. Stay with us. Hey, what's up, man? Oh, good. I got a little problem I got to work on real quick.